How do I... What do I do? Do I just be like, oh, hi. What's up guys, Jason here, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a collaboration video. James is going to jump in the car with us, Birketo. Those of you who haven't seen the gaming videos before, he's done a few collaborations with us on Minecraft and on Human Fall Flat. We're going to jump in the car, get some initial reactions off him to see what he thinks about the vehicle and just have a general chit chat really, sort of like a car vlog. So we'll see how that one goes.
Oh, I forgot about the camera.
Is that recording now?
No.
Okay.
No, we'll get it recording when we're doing whatever. So where do you want to go? You want to go to Macca's for something?
You know what? That is exactly what I want.
That's exactly what you want, right then. To be honest with you, I don't think that phone's in very even. This is such a firm car.
I should have told you that's for the dashboard, not for the window. Yeah.
James.
So you're probably going to have some sticky marks there now, I'm afraid.
Pick it up!
Oh, yes.
Hot air balloon.
Oh, it's so obnoxious, isn't it?
What was that about my car?
Wow, that's quick. I'm still so blown away by this. What size engine was it? 1.5?
1.5 3-cylinder.
Oh my goodness. God, that handles so well.
As if you don't miss the gear.
Wow. I wouldn't have stood a chance at that speed around that corner. Wow. Oh, you're right on the edge there. That was amazing. God.
Yeah, for a front-wheel drive car, it grips a lot more than you'd expect. I've driven the ST3 now without the front limited slip differential system.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good car. It's quick. It
Okay.
pulls off very well. Again, on the Michelin Pilot Sports, on 17-inch alloys though, so a bit better acceleration, probably a bit less top end because of the wheel to gear ratio.
Yeah.
But no, it was different. It did understeer. If you put throttle down in the corner, it just tries to get grip but also turn, whereas with the limited slip differential it turns but then puts the grip to where it needs to go, so it's just a bit more performant really. 850 quid.
Yeah.
Worth it.
If you're going to spend some money on a car when you're looking at the performance of it.
Yeah, well this is my argument all along. If you're looking at performance vehicle, then you want performance kit inside it. One day you're going to come up against a Fiesta ST that's got it, and you're going to come round an island and you're just going to scrub it to death and they're going to go around like bye.
Yeah.
So for 850 quid to not die it's worth it, but
Yeah.
hi, maybe it is. Balloon! Ah! My eyes.
So the important question,
Yeah,
what sort of miles per gallon do you get?
34.2 at the
So I'm on about 28 in my 2 litre, and I probably don't ever go that fast. So I don't know if you're driving it like a maniac all the time, but
most of the time, yeah.
yeah.
Maniac. Was that maniacal driving, was it?
Well, it wasn't really, but it was.
It was performant driving.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I do motorway miles, don't I, for work? So
Oh yeah.
I'm sat on the M5 and the M42 daily.
Probably.
So it does
60, 60,
it's
70.
about 48 to 55, depending
really?
on because it's still got
Oh, it's a
that.
small engine. That's why.
Yeah, it's a 153 SIL, so it's higher reciprocation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it revs at about 3,100 RPM at 80, as opposed to like a 4-cylinder will rev less.
Yeah.
But it's quite frugal because it goes down to the 2 cylinders for the eco shutdown. So it does a good job really. It does make it quite economical when you're doing long journeys. To be honest, on a car like this, if I'm getting more than 40 mpg, I'm happy. And I'm not far off at 34, and I've done a lot of sporty struggled to drive it over the past couple of weeks because of being new and being 6 years old inside.
I suppose.
Oh God, kangaroo clutch. Sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry viewers if I made any of you instantly sick. And James, you're just going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. That's fine.
I had a bit of a, not a race, because obviously I don't race.
No, of course.
But, there was exuberance throttle application for a brief period of time against a Fiesta ST Mark 7, and I beat him, and then we pulled up at KFC because that's where I go for tea. They said, "You did a lot of money modding that, haven't you, for a new car?" So it's an ST. They went, "They don't make them. They're not out yet." And I was kind of like, "Really?" So we're back, and James is going to destroy my car with a certain branded restaurant food.
Yes.
Which is possibly and or even definitely McDonald's. James has sensed the problem.
Yeah.
The microphone's right next door to the seatbelt. So the past 5 minutes of footage was really good, but me being the professional YouTuber I am, didn't press record on the phone.
That's a real shame actually, because when we started to pull away, the radio just blasted full, just the static noise, and it almost killed us.
Nearly killed me to death.
Yeah. My chicken nugs are going all over the place, buddy.
Not the nugs, man. We're going to have to get this done fairly sharpish, or we're going to run out of daylight.
You're right. Sorry, did you want a response? I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, am I?
No, you're wrong. The sun is staying exactly where it is for the next week.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yeah, it's alright then.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright.
Oh, that was cheeky.
Cheeky.
Oh,
Cheeky behaviour.
very cheeky. I approve. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we're off. And that's
Was that
70. That's 70 miles an hour we just reached.
No, it's 60 there.
Oh no, it's 30. That was 30 miles an hour we got.
That wasn't very, it wasn't very quick overall, was it?
No, I think that it's just acceleration.
Yeah, perfectly normal acceleration.
Very quick acceleration for
in
about
fact,
10 seconds.
And at least 10% below the speed limit, at least, I would say.
It was well below.
Yeah, at
I mean,
least.
even now you're below. That grip is incredible. How does it grip like that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
So I'm used to driving a rear-wheel drive, bold tyre car.
Racing slicks.
So as soon as I go around a roundabout quick, it just turns into a slide. So I haven't been around corners that quick in a while, to be honest with you, and it's pretty good. Oh yes.
Was there?
I thought, whoa, hang on a minute.
That's it, we're dead now.
He's not slowed down for this like 90-degree corner.
It's just nice to have something that somebody in the comments the other day put in about getting like a Golf R for the same price, which fair enough, I see your point, getting a second-hand car for the same price as a brand new car, but get more performance and more kit out of the second-hand car. Totally understand that. The argument being for value, and that made perfect sense, but for me, there is a balance between having performance and having economy.
Yeah.
So because I'm in the position where I drive 72 miles a day for work, having something that does 25 mile a gallon just isn't practical. So having like a Golf R or having a Nissan 370Z or something that's got a bigger performance output, yeah, it's great, but it just doesn't really suit for me. I need to be getting at least 45 mpg to make my journeys to work sort of worthwhile, really.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I didn't really think that a small engine
brake horsepower more than this from the 1.6 cylinder 4-pot. Now I'm not sure why they didn't continue using that engine, because a 1.6 turbo 4-pot, you would assume that you could get more power out of than a 1.5 cylinder 3-pot.
Yes, you would.
Having an extra cylinder, an extra 100cc, you would think it would have more potential for more power. But I don't know why Ford have chose this engine, but I'm glad they did. Right, let's launch control you up, James.
Okay.
Judder.
Whoa. God. That's so quick. Wow. Wow, that really just blows you away, doesn't it?
Again, from such a small engine.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
God, wow.
So, mate, we're obviously in a front-wheel drive hatch, and you drive a 320 BM, is it?
Well, 318, but it's still got the 2-litre engine, so.
Yeah, so it's just an ECU down tune as opposed to CC lots. Performance-wise, not very fair to compare the two, because it's a saloon rear-wheel drive 2-litre compared to a 1.5
Yeah.
hatchback.
Yeah.
But what's the most obvious difference, sort of a passenger or driver, that you would notice from one to another? Because I've driven a lot of rear-wheel drive cars, and I know what my difference would be, but I just wanted to see what you thought.
I'd say just grip. Just grip. You don't feel like there's any weight over the driving wheels in the BMW. On rear-wheel drive, any kind of corner really, you're going to oversteer a bit if you go in too hard.
Yeah, that's not something you can get lift off oversteer on this, but there's no throttle application oversteer because I've been front wheel drive.
Exactly, yeah. Whereas this, it just feels like it's pulling you in, and it almost feels unreal, really. It just doesn't feel right.
I think a lot of that is as you said earlier, probably the drive range with the LSD, and it breaks the inside wheel to help you come round. But yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I had a Nissan 350Z a couple of years ago. I was 279 brake, and the noticeable difference I get is the takeoff. The configuration is just supposed to be front wheel steer, rear wheel drive. For me personally, that's how I think cars should be configured. Probably with a big V8 in them, because I like my big capacity engines. But yeah, I think the takeoff, the 0 to 6 is always quicker because it's pushing you along rather than pulling you.
Yeah.
But once you've got up to 20-30 mile an hour, this seems to be okay for grip. And I think it'd give most rear-wheel drive cars a good run for its money on the windy roads, really, because you just seem to be able to keep the throttle down through the corners. But yeah, interesting.
It keeps me on edge when you do take a corner quickly, because I'm so used to thinking I can't take a corner that quick because I can't risk it.
You're just going to drift.
I know I'm close to the edge of grip. Yeah. Whereas it's not even a problem at all.
Yeah, so you don't have to really feather the throttle on this through a corner to worry about the back end, obviously, being a front wheel drive car. I'm really interested if Ford let me get hold of the RS for the review, to do the Focus RS being a 4-wheel drive sort of hatchback, to see the difference between a 4-wheel drive and a front wheel drive. But we'll see if Ford at Bristol Street, if they're gonna let me take some of their cars out for a drive, so that'd be good. Yeah. Right, so we've dropped James off, and James is going to do an audio recording of me driving past. So we'll see how that goes. So James, you are an engineering nerd like me.
Yes.
Do you want to tell the viewers what it is you do, just so they've got an idea?
So I work at a company which produces particle sizing instruments used in laboratories and in industry.
So you're a nerd, right?
I'm a nerd. Yeah.
Let's just get that.
Yeah, that's out there.
So, with your knowledge of engineering, I've got a question for you, because I was talking to one of the guys at work about this today. So, those of you that don't know, I work in the automotive engineering industry. Used to work as an aeronautical engineer for the Royal Air Force, so I've got quite a lot of useless engineering knowledge that's not applicable to my job, because I work on cars now, not planes. So,
yeah.
but me being a nerd like you, I'm big into Formula 1.
Yes.
And one of the arguments that people always say is that a Formula 1 car can drive upside down.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts? It wouldn't last very long. That's for sure.
Why is that?
Because you get very little grip and what would happen is you wouldn't be able to keep up the speed, and eventually you'd just fall because you wouldn't then have enough.
So there wouldn't be a long enough tunnel to be able to.
I just don't think that
upside down roads exist.
No, well, first of all, no, they don't, and that is an issue. But I think, I suppose you could do it. I think you could probably create a vehicle that would do it. But just taking a F1 car off the track and driving it upside down is not going to happen.
Yeah, I think there's going to have to be modifications. So, for example, pressurised systems. The fuel system, as far as I'm aware, on a Formula 1 car isn't pressurised to overcome gravity.
Yeah.
So if you turn it upside down, the vehicle engine won't be able to get enough fuel to be able to run. So it would eventually cut out. But if you sort of regard all of that as being a given, and that it would be able to be upside down for the operational system, apparently they can produce, is it 2.5 times their body weight in downforce? So for those of you that don't really understand the theory or the concept of downforce, it's basically the faster you go, the more the car wants to lift up, because of slipstream effect, and the car is basically sort of like an aerofoil, so it tries to lift up. The reason you have spoilers and diffusers and splitters is to prevent that from happening. So loads of people on the side of the road. Is to prevent that from happening. So they're lift destroyers rather than lift creators. On a Formula 1 car, however, they actually produce lift in the opposite direction to what normal lift is produced in. So they have wings that are upside down to push the car into the ground, which means they can go through corners faster. So the theory being that you could drive the car upside down because the amount of lift it produces is 2.5 times the weight of the car. So that would be 1.5 times the weight of the car acting up and 1 times the weight of the car acting down through gravity. So the force going up outweighs the force going down. Have I got that right?
Yes, you have.
Cool. Just off the cuff explanation, sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
So the theory being that you should be able to drive a Formula 1 car upside down if you get the optimum speed and the optimum amount of downforce. So the optimum amount of speed that you would need, I mean, the faster you go, the more downforce you create, but the more drag you then create as well. So yeah, I think it can be done, but my concern is, as you say, there's no road or design tunnel long enough to do it. Yes, you can manufacture one, and I'd like to see it done, but it's been speculated for years that this is possible, but no one's actually tried it.
Yeah.
I want to try it. Yeah. Adrian, if you're watching, give to me a front splitter and a rear wing off your Red Bull, preferably off the latest Red Bull, because the aerodynamics on that are mint. And I'm going to stick it on my little ST.